Hello, and welcome back to Let's Replay Mystery Case Files Shadow Lake. I'm MCFPapa, and this is part 6. Last part we got a bunch of drawings that we can place. And we're also supposed to go in the sheriff's office. Oh, I think you need something else yet. Yeah, and of course, as I pointed out in the last part, instead of just breaking through the front door and going through that way, we gotta climb over a rooftop to the other side and then scale down a makeshift extension cord rope to go in where we're supposed to be. Pretty stupid if you ask me. Oh yeah. There's the school teacher in the corner wisely was like, I ain't going back here. And the morphing object here is the tiles there. Now this is pretty stupid. That if you're supposed to take the plaster of Paris and put it in the horn now, but if you do it now, you won't actually be able to take it. It'll just be like, oh, it needs time to set properly or whatever. So might as well just not even bother doing it, so that at least you'll remember that that's something you need to do later on. Because when I first played this game, that really got me, was I always forgot, oh, I was supposed to do the stupid go back and get the fake horn. And then the test tubes are small, large, medium. Hello? That was weird. Alright, what's left? Oh yeah. Now, though, with the stethoscope, we can go to enter the sheriff's office. And might as well just collect the ladder now, since we're done there in the doctor's office for now. Wait, isn't it the stethoscope? What is it? Oh wait, there's a hairpin or something, isn't there, that I missed? Yeah, there it is. Pretty well hidden. Though the 3D effect of the screwdriver here doesn't look that good. Like, most of the 3D stuff is really well done in this game, but not that for some reason. And the puzzle there is just to click really fast. I think some of them will go down slightly faster than others, but it's easier to just do them quickly. And now here, if you go in the cell here, there's a bonus hidden object area. And now, you may have thought that the bonus game in the collector's edition was super lackluster, and I guess enough people complained about it because this and one other hidden object scene were added to the collector's edition in a patch post-launch. So at least they made some sort of attempt to make the collector's edition content more worthwhile, even though both of them are just pretty basic scenes like this that aren't, like, don't take use of any vignettes or anything like the main game's hidden object scenes do. But before this, in the original unpatched version of the game, there was absolutely no hidden object scenes added with the collector's edition, which is just so weird. So at least they learned from their mistakes. Kinda wish they had done something similar in Escape from Ravenhurst, but I complained about that in Escape from Ravenhurst already. Yeah, and then our reward for doing the first half, I don't know why that text box is so large, like double the size it needed to be. But our reward is we get half of a golden MCF badge for it. Wow. What a great reward. And now here's the last of the drawings.
You're good, detective. Now bring the altered drawings back to me and I'll do a psychic reading on them. Detective, here are some items you should keep an eye out for.
Oh yeah, this hidden object scene's basic, just one scene too. Totally forgot about this. Oh, yeah, that's the morphing object. What's the morphing object here? Is it the clock? Yeah. I just accidentally clicked on that one. Now, why do they call it a garden dweller? Why not just call it a gnome? I don't think gnome is like a trademarked word or anything. Oh yeah. And your clue, though, is this map has a hint for Sebek Lake. Is that an actual real lake? I don't know. But then there's also the hint, good fishing spot. So you just use the thing and then set it to... What the heck? I don't know what I did to mess it up there initially. But you just do Sebek. And then it opens up. That's a nice touch that in this game you even need to find like old-timey looking lighters instead of like modern day sort of lighters. I don't think there's any sort of modern day items in this that like breaks immersion.
The presence of the warden's wife Ellen is here as well. Strange. Could she be following us? I feel like she wants us to search for something here. A number 1142. But I can't make out anything else.
Well, the Madame Fate pachinko machine really doesn't fit into the 70s aesthetic. And that doesn't even make sense in the timeline, since like Madame Fate died in like 2007 or so. So does that actually mean that she's was doing Fate's Carnival for like over 35 years beforehand and was so famous 35 years beforehand that she was able to get her own pachinko machine? That doesn't make much sense. Though then again, Madame Fate was able to capitalize enough to have her own bobblehead, as we saw in Dire Grove and Escape from Ravenhurst. So maybe it fits.
Thank you, Detective. Now let's do a reading and find out where that relic ended up.
Because I guess one thing I will say about the carnival in Madame Fate is it does look very dumpy, like it would have been something that's been around 35 years and never properly maintained. So maybe it fits. Anyway, this thing has 4 corners that are locked in place, and then you gotta build off of them. Though, like, linking the 2 of them together becomes a lot easier then. Though something you gotta be careful of is, with this, you can just, like, box yourself out of actually being able to properly complete the puzzle if you do the outside stuff before the interior. I wonder though if this sheriff guy is like trying to be like a kind of discount rip-off Andy Griffith type person, or if it's just a coincidence they styled him like that.
Hey, Steve. Looks like we have an 1124 out here on Burroughs Road. We're gonna go investigate this.
Now we know what happened to the warden. He must have lost control of his truck while in pursuit of the relic. The symbols he wrote on the glass must mean something. Like everything else, I bet his truck is right where he crashed it. Maybe you should take a look.
Something I will praise this game for, though, is like how well integrated the live actors are to the digital scenes. Like, it looks great all the time, like in pretty much every instance. Even better, I'd say, than how Charles and Victor were integrated at the end of Escape from Ravenhurst.
That may prove useful in our investigation.
Yeah, moving objects there. And now this is another one-off scene, so I spoke too soon. The game does have a fair share of single one-off scenes in it, but they aren't that common. At least there's a good amount of proper hidden object scenes again instead of the stupid morphing object scenes.
Detective, there is still one object left that is imbued with energy from the warden's spirit. Check underneath the truck. I believe it could have fallen down there during the sheriff's investigation.
Lockbox combo is the day I lost her. Also get a load of the animation of the leaves falling. That looks really nice. Could this be the day? Master Detective, yes it is.
Detective,
Okay.
I have another set of drawings whenever you feel you are ready for them.
Something though that's kind of weird is, like, there's this giant bridge that features prominently, but there isn't anything to do there. And, like, this whole side of the map has barely anything in. There's the super short Grimes Quarry and the super small car crash scene and nothing down there. So, like, everything's concentrated in this region of the map. It's kind of weird.
Here you go, Detective. Come back safe.
Also, something I'll point out is I really doubt any town keeps like a maximum security prison so insanely close to the downtown proper, which isn't even that big, and B, the schoolhouse where children are. Like, that's in walking distance if a prisoner would escape, which is shown to have been possible with the one Jamie Monahan who escaped. Kinda weird. I do also like that, like, downtown area is complex enough that first you investigate the library at the end of town, and then you go to the doctor's office, and then you go to the sheriff's office, so it, like, adds more and more depth. The end is near, the cell door has writing of. I mean, they're not wrong, really. Oh wow, that was the day. And I guess we're too honest to take this money, even though literally absolutely no one would miss it. You know, it's been abandoned for like 40 years. And I doubt the MCF like agency or whatever pays that well.
You found all the drawings in this area. Hurry back so we can do another reading.
Yeah, I will hurry back to do another reading in the next part. Though these drawings, like, were really close to the last set of drawings. But anyway, like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you in the next part.